What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Aubrey back with the next one, man. So, this is my first podcast ever, guys. My first podcast, guys. I'm gonna eat some food right here. I got a pitch that I'm gonna eat also. I'm gonna open up the laptop. Just gonna get into it, man. I got some questions here for this podcast, for the day's podcast. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me, but yeah, I got some questions here for this podcast, and I really want to do it. And these are just questions that, for the first time, I'm doing a podcast, and I just want you guys to know me. And these are questions that people ask on the internet. I got them from AI, basically. So it's been inspired. But without further ado, man, 20 questions that I'm gonna be asking myself. If you have any questions, man, just comment down below, man. This is my first ever podcast. I'm just gonna open up the food and we'll go on, and just wanna check these questions out. Comment down below who you want to see on this podcast. I would love to see. I would love to hear who you guys want to see on the podcast. Maybe it will be, I don't know. You choose. I bring them. I'm thinking of where to put the mic. Sorry, I just have the mic here in my face. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get into it. Open that up. The first question I'm gonna go to is what inspired you to start your podcast? What inspired me to start my podcast? By the way, I'm eating macaroni. What inspired me to start a podcast was, check. I've done music, right? I've literally done music. That was the first thing I ever wanted to do, was music. Thinking about it, it was only right for me to do something that goes into audio, because if you think about it, the revenue is there. If you just get caught, if the algorithm likes you and you're doing sound, then you got everything, bro. People don't know out there. People quit rapping and stuff, but they don't know that that's where it's at, bro. But yeah, I basically sound engineering. I would like to do also. That's one of my goals. Otherwise, yeah, man, doing music inspired me to do a podcast. Just telling my story to people, letting people know, look, you can go through what you go through, but self motivation and self improvement is the key. And if you got that and consistency, bro, you're good, bro. But yeah, man, that's all you need, bro. Otherwise, yeah, man, that was the first question. That's what inspired me, man. I'm just, I'm a story. I want to be a storyteller, and I feel like if I can start the way I started my channel has so much. Why not do a podcast? And I'm now this year recording. I'm now big on self improvement and self motivation. Just something I'm venturing into. Number two, number two. Can you tell us about yourself and your background? Basically, so my name is Aubrey. Aubrey Mwale. I grew up in Strand, South Africa, most of my life. I was born in Zambia. I was born, stepmoms. I had my I lived with a lot of stepmoms, a lot of stepmoms. I didn't live with my mom. I grew up with my stepmoms and grandfather at a small period time of my life. Then moved to South Africa. Then started living in South Africa, Cape Town, Strand. Yeah, man. Really, I've gone through a lot in life, and just summarizing it up for you, that I've just moved from those points to those points to those points. Whatever happened between that was a whole lot of drama and a whole lot of stuff going on. But yeah, at this point, I'm just thanking God every day and keep on moving. Otherwise, I moved to Strand, started going to school. I went to Makassa, Marvin Park Primary School. To all the real ones that's been there, they know I went to Makassa, Marvin Park, finished Makassa, then moved on to moved moved on to Strand Secondary. Really mixed emotions. because there's a lot that just used to happen there. But otherwise, went there, didn't really enjoy the time there. But otherwise, I just know one thing: it was a good experience, and it really taught me a lot about life, and it got to shape the person that I've become. Moved from there, started doing online schooling, and fast forward, we're here. I'm gonna move on to the next question because I feel like the background stories is one of those where after it tells itself at one point. So I don't have to say a lot on that. So we move on to question. We're on number 3 now. How did you choose the theme or topic of your podcast? Basically, I researched on YouTube. What do you talk about on your first podcast? How do you start the podcast and all of that? I really just went into it and thought that I could do it. And look at me now. I'm busy recording myself. I'm sorry. I'm busy eating. But yeah. We're on number 4. What do you hope your audience gains from listening to your podcast? Inspiration, self-improvement, growing, consistency. I've done everything on YouTube, bro. You can go check out my channel, bro. Check out my channel. That shows you that you're gonna learn a lot on this channel, and we're still going. We're still motivated, and we're still just growing in general and just moving, bro. You gotta know there's much more coming, bro. This is not even, bro. There's a lot coming, bro. So just keep on watching. Keep on watching. That's number 4. Number 5. How do you prepare for your podcast episodes? So how do I prepare? I basically get some food. This is my first one. So what I did was I got some food. Amazing table. Thank you to Sophie that gave this table to me to study on. I really appreciate it. Really good table. I set it up this table. I set it up my setup here. Got my phones, got everything that I needed. Now all I'm busy with now is just the podcast. Yep. That's how I basically got prepared. Is that easy? What? So this is number 6. Yeah. So what challenges have you faced in your podcasting journey, and how did you overcome them? First of all, the challenges that I've faced right now is just getting the right audio because I'm busy recording on another phone. So I have a phone here and I have a phone there. And I have a phone here. And I have a phone here that's recording me. So I have different phones that surround me, and I'm just trying to get everything sorted. Bruh. Because I have this phone, I have the laptop here, the questions, I have this, I have that, I have that. I'm really just trying to, that's how I struggle with this. That's the only struggles that I have with this. And how do I overcome them? By staying positive and going for it. Bruh, sometimes you'll find out that, from what I've went through, not even the podcast, but just recording, sometimes it might not be recording. Sometimes the sound might not be good. Sometimes you might not hear what's going on, It's crazy, man. But yeah, we're still going and we're still good. Where are we now? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7. We're on number 7. How do you select and approach guests for your podcast? So how do I do that? Basically, how I'm planning to select them is with you guys. If you guys can just comment down below and be like, "Yo, Aubrey, this is the person we want to see on your podcast, bro." I'll be the most happiest person, man. That's how I select them, and how I approach them is basically email or any platform they have that they allow people to contact them. Next up, so number 9, if I'm not wrong. Number 8. My bad, guys. Number 8. Can you share? Here we go. I just want to get the second question. Can't seem to find it. AI got it for me. I'm busy trying to get this thing to work, guys. I'm so sorry. I just want to get this thing to work. Let me just go through it now. Where are we now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 8. We're on number 8. By the way, guys, the food is amazing. We're on number 8, guys. I'm just gonna copy that, copy that. I'm just trying to get this thing here to work. My laptop is lagging. Yeah, man. Otherwise, I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast and just stay positive, man. And you remember, do something for the day, bro. Learn something for the day. Cause you know, man, if you learn, you progress. You progress, you're good. You're just trying to get something here. I can't seem to find this thing. Damn. I don't know why. That's why I need to make more podcasts, man. I need to be making podcasts because if I make more podcasts like this, I don't worry about the editing. All I worry about is just doing it and a topic. We're on number 8, if I'm not mistaken. So this question: can you share a memorable experience or story from one of your podcast interviews? I'm not gonna give you guys. I'm not gonna answer this one. I'm gonna have to save it for another podcast because this is my first podcast. But any other way, I hope I'm gonna have the best podcasts on YouTube. Not even a hope. I know I'm gonna have the best podcast on YouTube. Thank you very much for that, God. Praise God, bruh. You're changing, bro. A lot has happened, bro. Whoever's watching this, a lot has happened, bro, and it's just life, man. We're gonna move on to number 9. What equipment and software do you use to record and edit your podcast? I'm gonna name them one by one. Let's go. I'm gonna have a bite before I continue naming them. Yeah. Number 9. Equipment. I use my phone, a stand, a GoPro, not a GoPro, but a podcast mic. I don't know what you call this, but it's a stand, and I'll put this right here. I'll put the name right here. Number 2, number 3, I use a mic in a laptop. That's all. Not number, sorry, software. What software you use? I don't, guys. I'm giving you guys game here, guys. That's why I can't even give it to you guys. I'm struggling to give you guys this game because I'm giving you guys everything you need to know. Everything you need to know, bruh. Everything you need to know. Software. I use CapCut. I use CapCut, PixArt. Those are apps now. So those are apps that you need to edit, to do everything. I use CapCut, InShot, and I use PixArt. All of this, just write it down if you want. I'm putting you on game right now, bro. I'm putting you on game, bro. YouTube, best for shorts, TikTok. I'm everywhere. All social media platform. You're gonna find me there. So yeah, just go check me out. That's all I'm gonna give you. That's all the game that I have for you guys. Next up, so that's how I edit. Number 10. How do you plan and where? Okay, this thing is glitching again. Let me just have to find this again. This thing is glitching. I guess it's one of those questions I bet you. I hope you guys are enjoying the video, by the way. or the podcast. I hope you guys enjoying the podcast, by the way. Hey, sir, it's the podcast. And how do you plan your podcast? Number 10. How do I plan my podcast? I don't really do much. I just write down the title of the podcast, I write down the introduction, then I just go into it. And if I have questions, I Google, I search, I do my research, I write down everything on my notes, then I just go for it, man. Don't overthink it. The more you overthink it, the more you don't do it. So, yeah. Number 11. What is your podcasting routine from planning to publishing? So, my plan is one podcast every week. I do a podcast every week. That's my routine. Every week I do a podcast. My planning, I do it on the same day. If I don't have a guest, so if I have a guest, then I plan it before the time. So let's just say 4 or 5 days before, a week before. How do I publish it? I publish 3 videos a week. That's my goal. I'm trying to stick to that goal. That's my goal. Here's the pinches, by the way. I'm gonna eat these pinches. Pinches. But yeah, that's how it works. How do you engage with your audience? So how do I engage with my audience? I basically talk to them. I talk to people on Facebook. If you follow me on Facebook, it's Aubrey Live. I talk to you guys on Facebook. I engage with you guys through social media, through word to mouth. Because I give most people, I just tell them, oh, go search me up on YouTube by the name Aubrey Live. That's how people get to me. Yeah, number 11. What is your podcast? Not number 11, I'm sorry. Number 13. Are there any specific goals or milestones you have set for your podcast? As you heard in the beginning, the biggest milestone I want to achieve is consistency on this podcast, because I know I can do it. It's just me now every day putting myself to it. Definitely, that's one milestone I want to achieve. Goals, just working and progressing. That's my goals. What advice would you give someone considering starting their own podcast? Don't be afraid, man. Just go for it. Don't overthink it, and don't waste time, and don't throw it over to the next day, because the next day is not promised to you. Number 14. I'm just gonna go into this. Number 14. Just want to check something. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Number 14. So, like I said, don't be afraid. Number 15. How do you handle criticism or negative feedback from listeners? I don't listen to it. That's bad luck. I chose not to listen to it. That's bad luck. That's just me. Look, I understand people have their own opinion, but I can't sit and listen to someone being negative about what I'm doing. That's just bad. Move on. Number 16. Can you share a personal or funny moment in your podcast journey? So I tried to start recording, or I started recording and it wasn't recording, and I wasted a lot of footage. That's really sad, not funny, but we move on. Where do you see your podcast going in the future? So my goal is to have the best podcast. How do I get to that? By working hard. Consistency. And where do I see it? I see it as one of the biggest podcasts in Africa, basically. That's why I see it. I'm positive about that. Keep watching. Number 18. How do you promote and market your podcast to reach a wider audience? How I do that is I basically use Google Ads. I tried bots, didn't work. So I use Google Ads and word to mouth. And that's how I promote my videos basically. Number 19. What have you learned about yourself or your choice topic through podcasting? We'll keep that for another day. Can you recommend any useful resources or tools for preparing in podcasts? No, I can't. I'm not sure. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. More videos coming soon. By the way, it's just a guy that's just walked past. Baby making podcasts. People are inspired. Who knows? You might be next. Sorry guys, but if you ever want to be featured on my podcast, go comment on my Facebook. I love your podcast and I want to join. Then you'll be on. And if you want to see anyone on this podcast, if you have any one that you think would be good for the first feature on this podcast, please comment down below. And from me to you, I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this first ever podcast. If not, I'll try again next time. But yeah, enjoy the video because there's more videos on this channel that's just waiting for you to watch. I don't know why you're not watching, bro. But yeah, that's it from me. Keep watching, keep subscribing, more videos, more channels, more everything that's coming. And stay blessed. I love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Whew. I said see you guys in the next videos. I didn't pause it, so you guys just have to watch me first, finish up this. Thank you for watching and goodbye.